Brain fog isn't just in your head. It is the physical byproduct of a struggling microbiome failing to process the nutrients your brain demands. By midnight tonight, you will understand exactly how to manipulate your gut lining to stop the systemic inflammation that causes your afternoon crashes. I am revealing the precise biological mechanism mainstream wellness ignores, an overlooked intervention that restores mental clarity far faster than any standard elimination diet ever could. Let's get right to it. You have probably heard your stomach referred to as your second brain. It sounds like a quirky bit of marketing copy, but the biological reality is far more intense. Your gut and your brain are in a constant, high speed conversation through the vagus nerve. This nerve is a massive bundle of fibers that sends signals back and forth between your digestive tract and your central nervous system. Think about the last time you felt butterflies in your stomach before a big presentation or a first date. That was not just in your head. That was your brain communicating directly with your gut, triggering a physiological reaction. Now, consider the inverse. If your gut is inflamed or unbalanced, it is sending distress signals back up that same highway to your brain. That constant background static can manifest as anxiety, irritability, or that lingering brain fog you just cannot seem to shake. Let us start with the first, most actionable win you can achieve today: targeting your gut microbiome diversity through strategic fiber intake. This is the absolute foundation of everything else. In 2021, a landmark study from Stanford University found that participants who increased their consumption of fermented foods and diverse plant fibers for 10 weeks saw a direct, measurable decrease in markers of systemic inflammation. Most people try to fix their gut health by just taking a generic probiotic pill. While that can help, it is like trying to populate a massive city by dropping off a single family. It is not enough. You need to create an environment where the beneficial bacteria can actually thrive. You do that by feeding them fiber, specifically prebiotics like garlic, onions, leeks, and asparagus. Think of these as the fuel that allows your existing good bacteria to multiply and crowd out the harmful strains. I remember a client, let us call him Marcus, who dealt with chronic, midday fatigue that left him reaching for 3 espressos by 2 in the afternoon. We did not change his caffeine intake initially. We just introduced a serving of fermented sauerkraut or kimchi with his lunch and added a side of prebiotic-rich beans to his dinner. Within 3 weeks, he reported that his afternoon crash had virtually vanished. He was not relying on stimulants because his gut was finally signaling to his brain that his energy was stable and sustained. Okay, so that works great, but we need to level up. Ever wonder why some people can eat a piece of bread and feel fine, while others experience an immediate crash in mood or concentration? This brings us to point 2, the role of intestinal permeability, often called leaky gut. When your gut lining is compromised, it acts like a sieve instead of a filter. Proteins and bacterial toxins that should be kept inside your digestive tract leak into your bloodstream. Your immune system views these as foreign invaders and mounts an inflammatory attack. That inflammation does not stay in the gut. It crosses the blood-brain barrier. This process, known as neuroinflammation, is currently being studied by researchers as a primary driver of major depressive disorders and chronic cognitive impairment. To close these junctions, you have to cut the inflammatory triggers that are widening the gaps. The biggest culprit for most people is highly processed omega-6 seed oils. I am talking about canola, soybean, and corn oil found in almost every pre-packaged food item on the shelves. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed that high levels of these specific oils can actively damage the tight junctions in your intestinal wall. You replace these with anti-inflammatory fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and wild-caught fatty fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids. It is not just about what you remove, but what you add to heal the architecture of your gut. If you are finding this information helpful so far, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It helps me keep creating these deep dives, and I have something even better coming up that I really want you to see. Now, let us move to the third point, the one I have been saving for you. This is the game changer. You have heard about diet, but nobody talks about the timing of your digestion and its relationship to the migrating motor complex. Your gut has a built-in cleaning cycle that only activates when you are in a fasted state. It takes about 90 minutes to 2 hours between cycles. If you are a constant snacker, if you are eating from the moment you wake up until you hit the pillow, you are effectively turning off your gut's internal janitor. When the cleaning cycle doesn't run, Bacteria that belong in your large intestine migrate into your small intestine. This is called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO. The symptoms are not just bloating and gas. The fermentation process in the small intestine creates metabolites that are literally toxic to your brain's neurotransmitter production. I am talking about serotonin and dopamine production taking a nosedive because your body is too busy dealing with an internal bacterial mess. The solution is simple, but it is not easy. You need to stop snacking. Give your body a clear 4 to 5 hour window between meals. That is it. Let your system hit the reset button. A study in the American Journal of Physiology proved that these gaps are essential for resetting the rhythmic contractions of the gut. Once you start doing this, the cognitive clarity you gain is not a coincidence. It is the direct result of your gut finally being able to clean house and stop leaking inflammatory signals to your brain. Let that sink in for a moment. You have a built-in biological mechanism designed to maintain your mental health, and for most of your life, you have probably been accidentally suppressing it with 3 meals and 4 snacks a day. Changing this one rhythm is more effective than any single supplement or complex diet plan I have ever seen. So, there you have it. 3 real ways to influence your mental health by healing your gut: diversifying your fiber for microbiome health, repairing your intestinal lining by ditching inflammatory seed oils, and honoring your gut's cleaning cycle by cutting out the constant snacking. Each of these is powerful on its own, but combined, they create a foundation for mental stability that few people ever reach. If you got real value from this, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Hit the like button so I know you want more of this content, and make sure you are subscribed, because next week we are going to look at the link between your blood sugar spikes and your anxiety levels. Trust me, you do not want to miss that one. Take care of your gut, and your brain will take care of you. I will see you in the next one.